McCarthy Insurance Group, serving the community for over 70 years. For home, farm, motor, life, health and business insurance, log on to mig.ie or free phone 1800 50 11 11. Probably your best call in 2024. Charles McCarthy Insurance is trading as McCarthy Insurance Group, is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
Real people, real opinions. Real Talk Radio. The multi-award winning Niall Boylan Show.
Classic hits.
Let me read out this email for you very quickly because we have a lot more to get through tonight and we've gone way behind now. Hi, Niall. Myself and my wife are married 5 years. And this year she suggested we bring our 3-year-old to Disney for a holiday. I said that's a good idea. But we'll have to look at the finances and see how we are. We have separate accounts, and so many times I have asked, can we just have a joint bank account? But she always changes the subject. She earns more than me, and I'm okay with that. But what I'm not okay with is the secret around her bank account. I pay half of the mortgage and the bills, so does she, and we share the costs ongoing or take turns if we're going out. The mortgage and the bills are paid from my account, but she puts the money in fairness. I told her I could save and we might be okay for the holiday, and I told her I only had X amount in my account. In other words, he told her how much he had in his account at that moment in time and asked how much she had, but she laughed and said, wouldn't you love to know? This ended up in an argument, and I showed her my bank account statement and again asked why hers was a secret, and she told me although we were married, we needed independence as people and humans. Niall, I just don't get this and can't understand. If I'm stuck at the end of the month, she would never offer to help me out or give me anything. Her mother died a couple of years ago, and I know she left money in her will to her. But I never know how much she got. She never told me. I was told it was none of my business. I think it's so wrong for a couple not to have openness with their finances. And okay, maybe a joint bank account is a little bit old school, but me not knowing how much she has is wrong on every level. So, here you go. Now, he's right. The joint bank account, if you have a mortgage together and you're paying a mortgage together, a joint bank account is a really good idea. Because obviously you can both put money into that mortgage account, that joint account, and pay the mortgage out of that, okay? Many, many years ago, it was quite common to only have one bank account for a couple. But that's kind of changed over the years. Nowadays, people with Revolut and all that kind of stuff, people have their own accounts now, and the joint account is not as popular as it used to be. But I think honesty between two people is very important, and openness. Now, that doesn't mean you have to show your wife or your partner your bank statement every day of the week, but they should have a good knowledge of how well off you are. I mean, you can't be turning around to your wife and saying, oh, Jesus, we're skint this month, and you've got 70 grand sitting in your bank account. But you're just being mean about it because she doesn't know how much you have. It reminds me of the old days with my mum and dad. And my dad would come home. Now, my dad earned decent money at the time because I'll tell you, I found a pay slip from the mid-80s. And he was paid bi-weekly. He worked in Aer Lingus. And he was paid bi-weekly. And after he had paid his bills, because the credit union would take his bills out, he was part of the credit union in Dublin Airport, the aviation or whatever it was called up there. And so all his bills, electricity, gas, all that kind of stuff was paid out of his wages before he actually got it. So he was left net with, I think it was around 700 for 2 weeks. So it's $350 a week, which was really good money back in the 80s. And he'd hand my mother £80 a week or something like that for the messages. And every now and again, he'd throw her an extra 50 to get a dress for herself or something like that. You know, that kind of thing. And she never knew how much money he had. She probably never seen those pay slips. I found them after he died. So she wouldn't have known how much money he earned. That was the way it was in those days. And that's kind of very old school too. But some women, particularly, will argue, well, I have a little runaway account. Just in case things go tits up. At least I have a few quid there that I can run off with, you know, and I'm not skint. But is that fair? If you're in a relationship, surely everything should be open. If you're telling your partner, for example, if you're the husband and you're saying to your partner, I have no money, and you actually have, that's lying, isn't it? That's not honesty. That's not communication. So, here's the question. Is it fair that she's talking about going on holidays? She also got money, obviously, from her mother's inheritance that he doesn't really know about. Is it fair that he has no idea how much she has in her bank account, that she's not willing to tell him. Is that fair? So is it wrong that he doesn't know how much money she has? Let me know what you think. And I'm sorry if I sound like I'm struggling a little bit tonight. I do have a migraine headache and it's really annoying me. But it's nearly gone. Thank you. It's getting a bit better. A lot of people sending in some cures for me tonight. The number's 087 188 0008. That's 087 188 0008. Do you think it's wrong that he has no idea how much money's in her bank account? Let me first of all go to Jason. Jason, how you doing?
Good evening, Doyle.
Good evening to you, Jay.
I'm in the middle of a Queen session with me kids.
A Queen session?
Yes, my beautiful kids are learning an instrument, and their favourite artist at the moment is Freddie Mercury.
Okay, and what's... and
Yeah,
what...
but you know, one of my sons is actually called Freddie after Mr. Mercury.
Oh, is he? And what instrument is he playing?
He's more of a singer. He's in the choir. We've been told.
And what song does he sing?
Oh, all of them, mate, you should hear them. I'm trying to get him onto the guitar and the harmonica, but he just keeps drifting to the singing. The young one, though, the 6-year-old, she can't get a guitar out of her hand.
Right. And so the little fella, is he there? What age is he?
He's 10.
What song does he sing by Queen?
I need him.
Oh.
He loves She Wants to Live Forever. The Show Must Go On. The Show Must Go On is probably one of his favourites. Kind of Magic. Do you know what I had him watching the other night? Highlander. You never seen him. Remember Highlander?
Oh, yeah, because the music was all by Queen. That's right, yeah.
85. It was Queen's on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
And he was mesmerised.
Is he there now?
Mesmerised. Yeah, Freddie is here beside me. He's
Put,
actually playing darts.
yeah, put Freddie on.
Quick, now this is Niall Boylan off the radio. He was a massive Queen fan, and he was a DJ back in the day, right? Yes,
Yeah,
he was. This is Freddie, right?
Freddie.
Say hello to him.
Hello.
Hello, Freddie. You're live on the radio.
It was like, you're all over.
Yeah. You're all over Ireland. Everyone can hear you, Freddie.
It's gone white, Niall. Right, calm down. Talk to Mr. Boylan.
I shouldn't have said that. Sure, I shouldn't have. Freddie, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, Freddie, let's get a bar going here of what's your favourite Queen song? Show Must Go On?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you give us a bar if I give you a count in? Do you know the first line? What's the first line?
What song is it? What song is it?
The Show Must Go On.
There's no time for...
There's no time for...
Oh, Jesus. Freddie, go on, Freddie. He's got stage fright. He's got
gone white.
He's got stage fright.
10 years that child has never shut his fucking mouth. I'll tell you what I'll do. When he's in one of his things, I'll send you a video. Just say, yeah.
All right, you do that. You do that, Jay.
Once I said he was all over, he's literally had to go white.
All right, sorry, Jay. Let me get back to the debate anyway. So, this guy doesn't know.
Mother, his mammy's looking at me. Me and his mammy know exactly what's in our bank accounts. Get in there.
Yeah.
Close the door.
Okay.
His that one has nothing. She's about 40 quid as a runaway.
So-
Niall, my friend, we both come from that era. My father done it. I done it. Your father done it. But you know what the difference was? Our mums didn't worry because their husbands were out there earning the money. The mammies were at home here rearing the kids. The husband came home, gave the money over, and he knew his money was safe in a sense. He always had,
but he didn't give her all of it. He didn't give her all of it.
No.
He kept the drink money.
Oh, God, he had to keep that, man. Jesus, that's what the Bridgestones were, wasn't it? Keep the Irish for enough in their pocket for a drink and they won't kill us. But I come from that. Do you know, when my first marriage, I done the exact same thing.
What? Here's the money for the messages.
No, I just she had the when I got married before, like we had the bank accounts and all that was coming in. So I just gave her the lot, and she made sure I had everything. Whatever I needed to go to work during the week, because you know my job, I'm away.
Yeah, but you don't want to be going. You don't want to be going to your wife with cap in hand.
I didn't go to my wife. No, I didn't, because she reared my children. I provided for my family. I wasn't going to her cap in hand. She wasn't coming to me cap in hand. It was put in the middle of the table. That's what we have to pay out. That's what we have left. You know, that's the way it was. Then when she went to work, it was a bit different then. You know, there was two wages coming in. Like, well, that's yours. You know, there's the bill, That's your few quid for what you need, love. That's mine. But we always had what we always had. You know, for the family.
Okay, but is it fair in this email that him and the wife are now discussing going away on a holiday to Disneyland with the kid, And he's saying, well, I'll try and save up enough money. I'm not too sure. And he showed her his bank statement that he has X amount of money. And she's not willing to share how much she has in her account. Is that fair?
She always, no, fair doesn't come into it. She's coming from, what's it called? Fight or flight, is it?
Oh, fight or flight.
Is that what they call it?
I don't
So she's
the runaway fund. Yeah.
Yeah, from where she was brought up. I don't know the particular woman's background story, but it sounds like maybe her mom lived in that type of relationship. You know, that type of way where, that is a bit of a...
But how would you feel if your other half turned around and you said how much you got in your bank account? Now, leaving aside the fact you know she's 40 quid, how would you feel if you had a kind of idea that she had more money and her mother had passed away and left her some inheritance 2 years ago and you had no idea how much she left her? How would you feel if she said, I'm not telling you how much is in my bank account, Jay? No way.
That's not a proper relationship.
No, it's not a relationship, is it?
Well, Noel, I'm going to go straight back to what I've been saying to you for years. Swipe left, swipe right. That's how easy it is now, pal. You don't like what's in front of you. It's like a takeaway, isn't it, pal?
Yeah. Do many people have joint bank accounts anymore? Is that a thing?
I don't. I know the statistically I wouldn't know, but I doubt it.
No, I think joint bank accounts are very handy when you've got a mortgage and you're paying a mortgage together.
But that's, in a sense, that's a joint bank account where both are just thrown into that.
Into the mortgage account, yeah.
Separate. But both is, when I was growing up, there was one bank account that was mum and dad. Well, but that was me saying my father because he was working, if you know what I mean. When I was married my first time around, there was one wage coming in for the first couple of years because my ex-wife wasn't working. But then when she went back to work, we both had our own wage coming in. But that was a choice we made. Yeah. I've made it with my second family, as I told you before. I don't believe in creches in the sense that I don't believe in parking my children. You know, we've cut our cloth to meet our measure. Like my ex-partner, as I told you before, gave up a fucking great job, you know, in order to rear our kids.
Mm. Yeah, so nowadays you believe independence is important, but you believe communication is the key, and you should know how much your other half has.
Communication is 100%, isn't it, though? I mean, if you're not talking to each other, who are you talking to?
Yeah, I know. I couldn't agree with you. I think it's the most important thing in a relationship.
Yeah. God, yeah. Open transparency.
Yeah. We'll stay there for a second, because John, you're in Ireland's Classic Hits. How are you doing, John?
How you doing, Noel? How are you?
Good. Can you sing a few Queen songs? No, joking. John, do you believe that you should know how much your other half has?
Absolutely, Noel. Absolutely. And I was saying that to your researcher earlier on. Noel, I was with a partner before my partner now. Now, that was many years ago, Noel, and she was a hungry bastard. Sorry for the language. A few years, Noel. And she never paid for that. She made me pay. Well, I didn't mind, Noel. I didn't mind. So I was a gentleman type of guy. I was brought up like that. I was, you know, always paying for everything, Noel. I paid for the bills, I paid for the shop, and I paid for the, you know, she paid for one or two things here and there, Noel. But I'm with the girl now that I'm with. Thank God I'm with her. I have kids with her, Noel. Now, it's a different way around, Noel. Like, she has the good job, Noel. I have the lesser job. I only work 3 days a week, and she works full time. She has, she's a lot of money coming through her accounts every week, and she's in a good job, Noel. And I'm only earning pittance towards her, and we still equal everything here. Like, everything that comes into her bank account, my bank account, it's all on the table, even though we have different bank accounts.
You have full knowledge of everything.
John, sorry, Noel, can I...
Yeah, go ahead, Jake.
Sorry, John. John, you sound like now you have found the one. The one where you and her are in it together. It's not what you earn, it's not what she earns, it's what you earn.
Without doubt,
that is so rare. That is so rare. Sorry for cutting across, John. That is so rare nowadays. That there's actually blokes out there that are afraid to be like that. You know, that way, just because of the way the world has gone now.
I have friends like this, and I do have friends like this, and it's
yeah. No, I know a situation where there's a lad I know, and he works hard, he earns good dough, and his missus is quite controlling. And he goes home every day, every night, wherever he's working or gigging or whatever it is he does, right? I'm not going to get into too much detail. I don't want to identify the chap. But he puts the money up on the table. She takes it. She puts it in the bank account. And if he's looking for money, say for diesel for the car, or he's looking to go out or something like that, he has to go to her and say, can I have 20 quid?
That's crazy.
No, but that's not a relationship, Niall. That's a business arrangement.
It's like, but it's very controlling, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's like that's your job in this relationship. You know, you're to earn the money. This is what, and this is what.
And there's times she won't give him. There's times she won't give him the money. Like he wants to go out, say, with his mates, and he'd say to her, "Look, can I have 50 quid to go out and going out with the lads tonight or whatever?" And she'd go, 50 quid. Like, what do you want 50 quid for? 30 will do you. Swear to God.
Sorry, Niall, if that was a woman we were talking about, that'd be hopping.
See, Niall, there. See, on a Friday, Niall. Like, now, see, tomorrow, Niall, I'll sit there and I'll have the two debit cards here. And I'll pay whatever has to be paid to whatever bill that has to be paid. To, from her account, my account, because I have, like she has a card, or she has a physical card on her, but I have a picture on my phone. So I'll pay the gas bill out of her card. I'll pay the ESB bill out of my card. And, whatever it may be, we go shopping together. Most of the time we do. If she can't, she's working late, I'll do the shopping. Everything is cut down the middle. And it should be that way across the board.
That's called a partnership, John. John, that's called a partnership. That's exactly what that's called.
What's so sad about that boy's story is, as well, lads, is that he's struggling, and he's not saying it to her that, look, I need a few weeks here to get a few quid up there for that holiday. That is sick. It's sick. It's not sad. It's sick.
John, do you not think she comes across the type that you're the man in this house and it's up to you to provide all that, no matter what you have in reserve or in the... That's what I mean. Well, I wouldn't go down that road. I'm trying to be polite.
But I have to. And I tell you what, I have to go down that road.
Does it not come across you like that type of person that...
Well, she's the one with 40 grand in her bank account or whatever it is, and he's the one that has to come up with a few... Like, how fucking demon do you have to be to do something like that to someone?
John, have you not seen the way the world is now, pal? It's swipe left, swipe right. Well, you don't like what's in front of you. You pick another one off the second menu, mate. And then you wonder why the world is the way it is.
And I want to say this to you, Niall. I'm hoping this guy is listening tonight, because, he needs to change his strategy.
Well, I can tell you now, if he was listening tonight, my advice personally to him would be get another wife.
There's loads of them out there. Swipe left.
Because whatever about, look, it's not a case that you have to put your bank statement up at the table every night, but your wife should have a fair idea. Like, if you say to your wife, I'm broke.
My wife knows exactly what I earn now.
Okay.
She knows exactly on a tour.
Absolutely, my wife knows exactly what I earn. But if your wife if you are saying to your missus, at the end of the month, Jesus, I'm skint, and she's saying, do you want to go out for dinner tomorrow night? Oh, I can't afford it, whatever. And you have 30 grand sitting in your account, so you're clearly lying to her. Well, then you shouldn't be with her, and she shouldn't be with you.
No. That's dishonesty, mate.
Okay. Well, hang on. Let me get a female perspective on this, because women like the runaway money. Debbie, you're on Ireland's Classic Hits Radio. How you doing, Debbie?
Hi, Niall. How are you?
Good. Debbie, I mean, in relation to having, an independent bank account, I think a lot of people do that nowadays anyway, but should your other half know how much you have?
Yeah, no, I contradicted myself when I said that they should have a joint bank account, because in my head I was like, pay the mortgage, pay all the bills, together. And then I came off and I went, well, me and my husband have two separate bills, but we split everything down. It's so funny. We go into the bank together. Now I know what he's putting into the bank for bills, what I'm putting into the bank for bills. We know, like, what's it's split down, what he has and what I have. Like, it's little, but that's the way it is. But yeah, well, I would, if you look at that, I would expect him to be honest and say to me, oh, I've got this here in the bank. Or if I was looking for something, and saying, look, can you give me a couple of pounds? I would sort of be pissed off if I know there's money in the bank and he's going to me, no way.
Yeah.
But
so it's important you both know how much each other have.
Exactly, yeah.
No, I don't mean literally to the penny, you know what I mean? But you have a fair idea, you know what I mean? You know they're not minted.
Yeah, no, like, we would sit down. So you'd sit down. So say I would take 3 bills. I would take 3 bills, and he would take the bills. So the hour bills, We know which is what on it. And that's the way ours is paid. That's the way ours is.
Yeah, I think that's important that couples share the bills. You know, I'll pay this one, you pay that one, I'll pay the other one. Depending on who earns the most amount of money or what it is, or sometimes if somebody earns a lot more than their partner, they'll pay the majority of the bills because they earn a lot more. That's just fair, isn't it?
It's just as long as the bills is paid, you're not the only one turning. Like you turn around and say, "Oh, flip's sake, I'm paying everything here. Like I'm doing it all," and then like sort of going, people going, "I've no money left," and then the other person's going, "Why you had money? What have you done?"
Ireland's Classic Hits Radio.
All right, let me just go to Siobhan if I can. Siobhan, you're on Ireland's Classic Hits Radio. How you doing, Siobhan?
Hi, Niall. How are you?
I'm good, Siobhan. And you see, you always come on, Siobhan, when I have very little time left, so I've got to go to you and Maureen. But however, it doesn't
I
matter.
think we do it on purpose.
Yeah,
now,
you're just
don't
back.
you?
You're just back from Aldi, I bet you. Anyway, so Siobhan,
Not tonight. I'm not. Yeah.
Siobhan, does your other half know how much you have in your bank account? Well, you don't. Yeah. Do they know how much you have normally? Would you know?
No, because I don't have another half. But if I did, no, they wouldn't have a clue what was in my bank account. As long as I'm paying my half of everything, my fair share, then they don't need to know.
What sort of relationship is that?
Well, it's a good one.
So,
It would be a good one. When I was living with somebody, he had a rough idea what I earned, I suppose, but
you would.
I never really told him what I earned.
when you were with somebody, and if they had to
Yeah.
come to you and say, "How much have you got in the bank?" Would you say, "Mind your own business"?
Yeah,
Would you?
yeah.
Gee, it's not a good relationship, Siobhan, is it? It's
Well,
not a relationship. It's not caring, but sharing. Huh?
I tell you what, I got burned years ago, so no, they don't need to know everything. My mum told me many, many years ago, they don't need to know everything, Siobhan, and always keep a little bit back for yourself. And I imagine that's what she did as well.
And I don't mean to the penny, like, I don't mean to the penny, but, like, if two people are together and they, they're having a bad month and they say, "Oh, jeez, we're skinned." Yeah. I mean, and meanwhile, you had, say, $6,000 sitting in your bank account.
Oh, well, no, that wouldn't happen. No.
Well,
no,
you wouldn't have $6,000 sitting in your bank account. That wouldn't happen.
No. And I wouldn't tell them what's in my bank because I'd probably be a little bit embarrassed about what is in my bank, But no, I don't think they need to know everything. No, I don't. I know a lot of married couples, what they do is they combine their money and then they split evenly, like spending money, so they each...
Nothing wrong with that either, is there?
Yeah.
Wouldn't
No,
be your,
there's nothing wrong with that.
not your cup of tea, but...
Not that it wouldn't be my cup of tea, but no, I wouldn't be telling them. No.
Well, stay there. But, well, hang on. Maureen.
Good evening, Niall.
There you go. Siobhan said, none of their business.
Yes, I know.
I don't know.
No, well, I don't know. I don't believe in that. You say, I believe, look, marriage, if it's marriage is 50-50.
Yeah.
I mean, when you get married, it's for richer, for poorer, for better, for worse. So, I don't believe in having anything separate. You see, because I don't believe what you're doing is you're actually having lies in this relationship.
Yeah.
No.
And for me, that wouldn't be trust.
Thank you, Maureen. Yeah, thank you.
That wouldn't be trust to me. It's 50-50 all the way down, and you share everything.
Yeah.
Because you are a partnership in a marriage. That's what it's about.
Siobhan, is it your money, like if you're in a relationship, is it your money or our money?
Right. It would be our money. Yeah, I wouldn't be, sitting on $1 million and watching somebody else struggle. I certainly wouldn't do that. But I just don't think that they need to know everything. Hang on, let me shut my washing machine off.
I can hear it rattling there. It's going to rattle out the window in a second. But in the email it says that 2 years ago her mother died and she got inheritance, and he still had no idea how much she got. She never told him.
Why does she have to tell him? That's her inheritance,
Oh, wow.
isn't it?
Oh, Maureen,
Oh,
help me,
Maureen,
help
what
me,
do you feel
Maureen,
about it?
help me,
Well,
Maureen.
yeah, she should have told him.
Absolutely, she should.
It's a partnership. She should have told him. Of course, she should have told him.
Yeah.
That means that she's cutting him out in the cold. As it was none of your business.
It is his business. It's his wife.
Yes, it is his business. Yes. And if it was the other way around, his mother, we'll say, left him money, and he didn't
That's her
tell
business
you may
too,
be
yeah.
sure there'd be shenanigans about it.
Yeah.
Of course it was. It would have been her
I
business
tell
as
you
well.
what.
Yes.
There's no. So I have 3 children. If I've worked hard all my life to leave something for my children, then I'm leaving it to my children. You know. Now what they do with it, I suppose, is up to them. But I wouldn't want them to be, you know, giving it away. I've worked hard for my children. That's it.
Yeah, but
I
if
think it's a lot of
if you fell in
nonsense.
love, I know you're not with somebody at the moment, but if you met somebody and fell deeply in love and decided to get married to them, I'm assuming
Yeah.
you would share your life, your home, everything with that person, and you would let them.
Yeah.
They would know how much you have in your bank account. No, they wouldn't. You wouldn't let them know.
No.
No.
No, why do they need to know?
Jesus,
Why do they need to know? They don't need to know everything.
you're a keeper. Maureen, Maureen, me and you are traditionalists, Maureen. That's the problem here. You know what I mean?
Sorry, was that again?
We're traditionalists.
Yes, I'm old school in that way. Yes, I believe in I don't have anybody either, not for a long, long time, because my marriage broke up years ago. But if I did, it would be, 50-50, and there'd be no separate account. It'd be one account, and we'd know what we were doing with money, and we'd know what we were spending, and we'd know if we'd have enough. We'd save for holidays and that, but there would be no secrets, because I certainly, for one, wouldn't be having any secrets.
You can still do all that, but they just don't need to know what's left in your bank account,
Yes,
do they?
they do. In a partnership, you tell each other everything. If it's a partnership and marriage, it's 50-50. There are no secrets.
Real people, real opinions, Real Talk Radio. The multi-award winning Niall Boylan Show.
Ireland's classic